Thank you. I'm happy to be here. This is an important issue, and I'm grateful for your time. My name is David Charles Grusch. I was an intelligence officer for 14 years.
Hi there. Welcome back to the Cult of UFO. This is where we explore the strangest stories in alien lore. I'm Sergeant Grumpy, and I've got a real doozy for you today. We're talking about Mr. David Grusch, the man who's been making headlines as a so-called whistleblower, claiming the US government has recovered alien craft, discovered non-human pilots, and kept it all under wraps for decades. Now, not here to call anyone a liar. Well, not yet. But I'm going to put on my best suspicious face because something about Grusch's story feels, well, let's just say it's got the whiff of an interstellar fish. He claims he's never actually seen this secret alien technology or these dead pilots, but he sure does talk with conviction as if he has. And that gets me thinking, is he an actor? A mouthpiece? Or is he the real deal? Let's dive into the enigma that is David Grusch. So why the skepticism, you might ask? Because every piece of information that he gives us is second-hand hearsay. It's going to get complicated and maybe just a little bit out of the world here, but let's crack on. So David Grusch is a former intelligence officer. He served with the Air Force and had access to all sorts of classified compartments, overseeing unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP for short. He's apparently filed a whistleblower complaint claiming that a super secret crash retrieval and reverse engineering program exists. They supposedly have alien craft, alien corpses, the whole enchilada. He told Congress that the government is hiding these secrets and that he's been told all the juicy details by others. Notice, I said told, not shown. He also claims that he's faced retaliation because of what he's revealed. In other words, the government is coming after him for speaking out, or so he says. So from that vantage point, how do we approach this? He swears he's telling the truth, as told to him by numerous unnamed colleagues. But why is he so confident in himself if he's never seen this stuff in person? Sure sounds like a big bedtime story to me, but let's keep going. So according to Grusch, these alleged craft have been around for decades, maybe close to a century. They've been stashed away and studied as part of a covert program. He dished out claims that Mussolini's government had its hands on a UFO back in 1933, and that the Vatican helped transfer it to the US after World War II. He also says we have multiple alien craft along with the bodies of the pilots. On top of that, he states there's shady stuff going on, intimidation, cover-ups, disinformation, and even murder to keep these secrets quiet. NASA, of course, denies this. The Department of Defense denies this. A bunch of scientists says, show us the evidence, or it's just talk. But do we have a crashed wing, a gear from an alien engine, even a tuft of their alien hair? No, we've got nothing. At least nothing shown to the public. Now, people like Mike West, Stephen Greenstreet, John Greenwald and others, they've pointed out that all we have here are actually stories and claims, no hard evidence. Grusch's entire narrative is built on second-hand testimonies from anonymous sources. All told, this leaves a big question. Is he telling the truth? Or is he just repeating tall tales told around the intelligence community water cooler? Here's the fundamental issue. Where's the actual evidence? Adam Frank, an astrophysics professor, said that Grusch's claims are just hearsay, and that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Seth Shostak from the SETI Institute basically said, where's the spaceship? NASA's UAP astronomer panel? They're still waiting for actual data. Grusch got permission from the Department of Defence to share his claims, which means they're not classified in any real sense. If they're not classified, why can't he just show us something, anything, even a photograph, a piece of metal? According to him, his evidence has been given only behind closed doors, presumably to members of Congress. But the rest of us out here, we're in the dark. If Grusch truly knows about hidden ET hardware, why did the DoD say, sure, go talk about it? If it's such a big secret, something's off. Either he's not giving us real secrets, or the DoD is playing weird mind games. No matter how you slice it up, the big glaring problem is the lack of direct physical proof. And Sergeant Grumpy is not a fan of playing let's just trust the people in suits. Is David Grusch an actor? Look, I'm not saying the man is SAG-AFTRA or anything, but he's got a certain performance quality, the solemn tone, the intense stare. He's definitely delivering a show, as if he's absolutely convinced of these stories he's heard secondhand. No direct personal experiences, none at all, with any funky outer spacecraft, yet he speaks as if he was there in the UFO hangar next to ET. Could he be truly sincere? Convinced by the testimony of others? Well, maybe. But maybe, just maybe, he's also a well-chosen mouthpiece. Someone with an intelligence background, a level of trust, and a face that sells the story. A portion of the folks who've looked into this also mentioned mental health issues that Grusch overcame. Referencing the Intercept's article that claims he had personal struggles, that doesn't necessarily prove anything. People can have challenges and still be truth-tellers. But it does feed into the possibility that the intelligence apparatus might be selectively using him, or manipulating things behind the scenes. Let me break down hearsay for you. If I say my buddy Jimmy told me he saw an alien in a secret government vault, that's not my direct knowledge. It's me repeating what Jimmy said. Without physical proof, or even Jimmy testifying for himself, it's shaky at best and not admissible in court. In Grusch's case, we've got a large number of intelligence sources telling him, yes sir, we've got crash saucers, yes sir, we've got alien bodies in the back room, but Grusch personally hasn't seen them. He's basically collecting rumours from sources that he deems credible. That's layers upon layers upon layers of separation between the claim and the truth. On top of that, he says that some of these craft might be from different dimensions, that they might not be travelling through space in the traditional sense. That's a claim that outruns typical UFO stories. He's now edging into theoretical physics territory. All well and good, but it's certainly not clearing up any doubts. If anything, it raises more eyebrows. Science people like NASA's astrophysicist Laurie Leshin, absolutely not when she's asked whether she's seen alien spacecraft at NASA. Sean Kirkpatrick, head of the Pentagon's UAP office, says no credible evidence has turned up. Intelligence community says they have no proof that defies the known laws of physics. Meanwhile, journalists like Mick West highlight contradictions like Grusch's info isn't classified enough to be censored. Then what exactly is so explosive about it? If he's so sure these materials exist, where's the proof? Stephen Greenstreet wonders why Grusch never got back to him to answer pointed questions. If you've got legitimate claims, stepping forward to clarify them would help your case, would it not? We've got so many swirling possibilities here. Grusch sincerely believes everything he's heard and is taking the risk of going public. Grusch is part of a disinformation campaign to muddy the waters around UFO research. He's been used by higher-ups to distract from other classified programs, maybe advanced terrestrial tech, or he's simply an actor with a compelling persona seeking attention or fame. And to be fair, he hasn't come forward in the same light as people like Elizondo, publishing books or appearing on podcasts or doing speaking tours. He's been very quiet. In the UFO world, there's a tradition of stories about crash saucers. From Roswell onwards, even before that. But they've always had zero definitive physical proof. And Grusch's allegations, although sensational, they fit neatly into that mythology. Might he just be the latest in a line of well-meaning individuals repeating rumours? After examining all this, what do I actually think? Well, I've got to say, 1, hearsay is not evidence, by no stretch of the imagination. Grusch has offered no physical data, only second-hand accounts from anonymous sources. There is no smoking gun here. If the DOT is happily allowing him to talk, maybe there's nothing really to actually hide. He might be genuinely convinced. Anyone who's done intelligence work can become convinced by multiple, seemingly credible sources. But that doesn't mean the sources are correct, or that they're not playing him. Actor or true believer? That's the million-dollar question. Either he's performing a script with conviction, or he's fully committed to what he's saying. For me, the jury's still out. We can't conclude that aliens have arrived on Earth just by hearsay. I want to see real, tangible stuff. I want to see engines, bodies, a craft. I want to see it land on the White House lawn. Show me the anomalous isotopes in metal. You say these crafts have 5-dimensional capabilities? Great. Show me the equations and the dang contraption working. Until then, I will remain suspicious. And if that makes me the token skeptic in this UFO cult channel, so be it. Somebody's got to play devil's advocate. That just about wraps up today's dive. Remember to stay curious, but keep that healthy skepticism. If you enjoyed this segment of the Cult of UFO, give us a thumbs up, subscribe and leave a comment. Especially if you think David Grusch is legit, a stooge, or a top tier method actor. Let me know. Keep watching the skies, but keep being skeptical.